My next guest is a talented comedian who you can see weekly on the Netflix After Party. She also has her very own stand-up special. It's very funny, called To Catch a D, which is available now on Netflix. Here is London Hughes. Oh, London! I am so happy to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You look gorgeous.
The feeling's mutual, Jimmy.
Cool.
It's a pleasure to be here. And this is my first ever late night TV show appearance. You're popping my late night cherry, so yay!
You are currently taking over Netflix, basically, but it was quite a year for you leading up to all this.
Yeah.
You moved from England to the U.S. last February, which ended up not being the best timing.
Not the best. Not the best time.
Well,
Not the best time. Yeah.
Explain it to me. Walk me through. What was that like?
Yeah, so I moved to America in February 2020 BC, before COVID, that's BC. And I was literally like, I was ready to live my best life, like live the American dream. I had all these things in the pipeline, then the special was gonna happen on Netflix. I had movies in the works. I literally left London like, see you later, mom and dad. I'm off to America to be a star. And I get to LA and I'm ready and it's 2 weeks of bliss. And then there is a global pandemic. And it kind of ruins my plans. Netflix basically say, we don't know if comedy is allowed on Earth anymore. So I'm just like waiting to find out whether I can film the special. It was 8 months of the weirdest time of my life in a country with no family and no friends. But hey, I made it out.
Here we are.
I'm Jimmy Fallon. So
See?
look, everything's great.
Stick to it. Stick to it. Was doing comedy always a dream of yours?
Yeah, well, kind of. I kind of saw comedy and enjoyed it, but didn't think that I could be a comedian because in the 90s, actually still now, a lot of British comics are just white guys. And because I'm not a white guy, I was like, I can't do that, you know? And but what happened was I was watching TV as a kid, and we only had 4 channels in Britain back in the day. It was only 4 channels on TV. And my mum got cable and we got more channels, but they were all American. So I saw American TV shows and American sitcoms, and I started seeing black people. And the first black person I saw on TV was Aunt Viv in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, what a queen. I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and like, I just loved Will Smith and everything about it. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to have my own TV show, and I need to go to America to do it. And I used to think, right, I used to think that the reason why credits roll so fast at the end of a TV show is because it had the actors' addresses on it. So I used to so when I was a kid, I used to sit up close to the television and be like, where does Will Smith live? Because if I write to Will Smith, he'll put me in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and make me a star. So I was looking for his address, and what would come up is Buena Vista Studios. And that's a place in LA. And I figured it out. If all I had to do was get to LA, get to Buena Vista, I'd meet Will Smith, he'd put me in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Little did I know, the series had been cancelled for like 10 years by the time I was watching it.
So you're in an empty parking lot in Buena Vista, you're going, what is going on? Where am I? This
Where's
is the
Jeffrey?
dream?
Where is Jeffrey? Like, what is happening?
But then, so you went from dreaming about being on TV to getting a call from Kevin Hart. Now, how do you react when you heard Kevin wanted to meet you?
The first time he called me, I was in the car with my friend, and I was telling her like, oh, I think like Kevin Hart like is interested in my stand-up, and he maybe wants to produce my special. And she was like, okay, cool. And as I was saying it, he rang, and I was like, put it through the speaker. And then we just heard his voice, and he was just like, hey, it's Kevin. I'm terrible. It's Kevin Hart. Hi, it's me. It's Kevin Hart. Hey.
That is actually great.
Yeah, that's what
Dude, that is fantastic. That's the best impression of Kevin Hart I've ever heard, by the way.
Thank you so much.
But he
called me and he said he wanted to meet me, and he flew me out to Las Vegas. And I thought we were just gonna have like dinner or like a quick meeting. I ended up spending the whole day with him. That man does not stop. He does not pee. I know he doesn't pee because I didn't pee, and I was with him the whole time.
He doesn't pee.
He doesn't pee. He doesn't sit down. He doesn't pee. We were together the whole time. But it's his life. Like, he's just so hardworking. His life is nonstop. And I was a part of it for 24 hours. And it was amazing. And he basically, at the end of the day we spent together, he just said, I think you're so talented. I want to produce your special for Netflix. I want my company to make it. I want to exec produce it. I think you're a star. And now I'm here. We've made it. It was a crazy ride.
Write the name down, everybody. London Hughes. I want to show a clip. Here's London Hughes in her new Netflix special. Take a look.
It's always the basic ones that just find love first, isn't it? Out of all your friendship groups, it's always the ugly ones that are married first, you know? I have a lot of ugly, happy, basic friends. They're here tonight, right? And it's just like, they always look at me and they're like, London, you need to go out there, okay? Go out. You'll find a single guy in a club. Go out and find a single guy in a club. And I'm like, a single guy in a club? You got more chance of finding a black girl in a Judd Apatow movie. Think about it.
London Hughes, her new stand-up special is streaming now on Netflix. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Please come back.
I will come back. In real life, I want to hug you and squeeze you.
Let's do it.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on.